taking a while to connect. I really should take the time to fix my PC, make sure that I can actually get all 32 gigs of RAM working. If not, I might have to find another way around it. Anyway, give me some time to share the stream with some groups. I'm also gonna be trying to check what are the planeswalkers that we can get for Pioneer Masters. Planeswalker week. Yeah, I want to see the planeswalker bonus sheet. What? And I figured that they're not going to add all of it because that would kind of ruin it. And from the last sealed, we did get Kiora as our bonus sheet on Planeswalker. It didn't quite work. We never actually got her to pop off. It was a nightmare to run on the mana base. Given the pool that we had, so we ended up axing her. And from what I hear in the long term, that was the correct play. If you're gonna go green blue, it's literally just for gates. You don't play green blue without playing a third color. And yeah, green blue doesn't have enough legs without it. It's pretty much the converge color. It's pretty much a green blue converge. You really need to have that third color for gate. Third color at the very least. You're looking for all the powerful stuff. And yeah, if you happen to find a stray gate Colossus or a straight Gatebreaker Ram, not that stray, but that is also a solid one option as well for the Gates deck. Otherwise, the consensus I've heard is that you want to have a very aggro slant. That's generally white, red. That's generally white, red, but there are other colors that can kind of fill in that slot a bit. So that's pretty much what we're looking for. And let's see, what's the Planeswalker bonus sheet. Meh, it just shows us the... Okay. So the card image gallery for the Planeswalker bonus sheet is... not that inspiring. Okay, I'll show you guys. I'll show it to you guys quickly before we begin. So Ajani Steadfast, Call of the Gatewatch. We got two Planeswalkers, Ajani Steadfast, Elspeth Sun's Champion in white, mono white. We got some interesting, and we got cards that go alongside this. So we got Call the Gatewatch, Ushering Griff, not so much, but Sage's Reverie, okay, not that much. Also, Sungrace Pegasus seems to be here from the list, from that one. There is an Oath of Gideon, okay. Then Jace Architect of Thought, Jace Memory Adept for blue, Clutch of Currents. Yeah, the Awakened deck is one of the interesting ones. There's an Oath of Jace as well. Hidden Strings, aka making Lotus Field combo relevant again. So we got Liliana Vess. So basically we got all the main ones. We got the Lilianas. I'm betting these are oh, we didn't get not a single Planeswalker for red. What gives? This is where you'd expect Chandra, but we do get Reckless Bushwhacker. And we have Garruk, long time no see. Let's take a look at our multicolored. Ashiok Nightmare Weaver was probably one of the best ones. I think the other Ashiok would also been great. Domri Rag, Kiora, Crashing Wave, Ajani Mentor of Heroes, Narset, Sarkhan. It's a bit of a stretch, but then again, you are in green blue and you do want to get a third color. Then you get Xenagos, and you get the Chain Veil. Okay, interesting lineup for the Planeswalker deck. Probably not going to affect us that much. And yeah, let's proceed. Let's cash it in. See if we can get ourselves a decent draft. We might not be playing with Planeswalkers for the most part. I think to be fair, we do have Planeswalkers in the main set. But these are just additional ones that we're getting. Makes me wonder what the bonus sheet looks like for the other ones as well. Okay, so we got got an interesting bomb in Archangel of Toon, but we also got a very powerful removal spell in Ultimate Price. If I take Archangel of Toon, we are giving up on Ultimate Price. We're kind of giving up on black, which seems to be the other life gain color. Green is solid with Gnarlback Rhino. Blue has Essence Scatter. Yeah, it's a shame that... I'm going to speculate on this one. This is something that you could do in top end if you have, like, say, a very aggro early start, and you can... Then when things stabilize, you land this one, and you start going... and your go white becomes tall and white. It's a shame we're passing the Ultimate Price, though. But we'll take it. We'll see what... Maybe I don't regret it. Pioneer Masters, okay, so we have Archway Angel, Devar Flesh, they're the ones who gain life, so it's a bit weird here. If we're not sure if we want to go into black, like if we don't take a black card, we're giving the next player down the line Devar Flesh as a choice. I could take Archway Angel, but I don't. But this is something that tends to go later. We would be passing a second Oligarch. I'm going to take the Arden Veil Tactician. Both modes are nice. There is a Boulder Salvo, which is also quite good if you can get enough spells early. But I don't want to speculate on red just yet. We're also passing on Audacity, which we have to remember. We passed a really good green card, so the Audacity might become a signal. So we're basically we're cutting ourselves off from green at this point. So green and black are kind of off the table. Blue for Flyers deck would be a good way around things. So let's see if we can make that work. We did see the Sungrace Pegasus, so that is an option for us. There's a Hero of Heroas, but which we can do for the heroic deck, and we can be on the lookout for some cards to bestow. If I'm not too sure, I would just take Sungrace Pegasus and start off that way. But I don't think there are any life gain payoffs in here necessarily. The Hero of Heroas. This used to be a rare, by the way. So this would be our air quotes stronger option. And I think we could get the Sungrace to wheel. So we'd be looking for cards like Rimrock Knight. That would be a very good one. Also, we can use Arden Veil Tactician to target it. There's a Crumble to Dust. No, we don't need that. Celestia Charm has... I got it to work really well last time. It would be between that and Sajiri Shelter. I probably do want to start cutting this off a bit. There's a Sin Collector. I'll take the Celestia Charm. There's an argument for Sajiri Shelter as a way to protect our stuff as well. It's also a land. It also doesn't lock us into green, but this one's quite powerful. It does heroic. It does removal. It's a creature in a pinch. It's probably a lot more flexible than Sajiri Shelter is. So that said, we know we're passing the heavy green stuff, so we're gonna be on the lookout for greens. So we're gonna be on the lookout for Dryads. Nessian Asp is kind of fine. I could take another Hero for Heroas, but there is also a Liev Sky Knight if we want to go into Flyers. This would be the alternate option. Detain, yeah, it buys us a turn. We don't need to go for Celestial Guildgate right away. There's a Blue Heroic. We may have target creature except it has this ability. So interesting enough, it is any creature on the board. But I will take another Hero of Heroas for now. But now we're now on the lookout for things that pump. All the Gatewatch is not it. We can take a Sajiri Shelter now. There is a Keening Apparition if we're trying to do removal here. I'll take the Sajiri Shelter. It gives us something to do. And it's a land. Let's see. Hero of Lena Tower. We're missing things to target. Dragon Mantle is the way to go if you're going into white-red. And I think I could speculate on taking this one. There's a Side Runner, 2-1 that grows steadily. This one is also a good option. I would probably take this one. Yeah, I don't. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. We have a Mogus's Warhound, which we can use to trigger. We have a Heliod's Pilgrim to search for an aura, which we don't quite have yet. So I will take the Warhound first. This is a good thing to. This is a good one to target with. So Celestia Charm is probably not going to make the cut here. The signal is more along the lines of white-red, but now we need to have. We're on the lookout for Martial Glory. We're on the lookout for Coordinated Assaults. Target enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. So right now it's literally just the Warhound. But we could be on the lookout for other enchantments, like removal-based enchantments we could take. I could take the Evolving Wilds to go with our Slide Runner, or you could just take another Slide Runner at this point. I'll take another Slide Runner. I'm gonna commit to this one. Yay! And the Boulder Salvo came back, so red is kind of open enough. Sundrace Pegasus came back, but now there's the Rimrock Knight, so I will actually take this one first. The Boulder Rush is kind of what we're looking for. This Adventure Side Team is quite important. There's a Perforce's Emissary, which is super expensive to bestow, but it's still something we're taking. Smash the Smithereens. Not exactly heavy into artifacts, and yeah, we'll just take it inside. Call the Gatewatch. We'd probably take an Artisan of Forms. Maybe blue might open a bit. Who knows? Hey, now here's an excuse for us to go into blue, having a late game Medomai. Unfortunately, Gore Clan Ravager. Unfortunately, this is an ability, not a spell. If we use the Blood Rush, so that doesn't count. Witch's Mark would be our alternative, but I would probably want to start with a Medomai first and see if we can hit it. Speculate a little bit on the blue splash, but it might not pan out. So our deck right now, we kind of want to surge this, but realistically it would be a 4-drop at this point, so it's hovering between 4 and 5. This one is like a 2 into a 3-drop, so we're quite loaded on 2s, which is what we generally want. So by passing green and black, we are kind of hoping to open ourselves into white, red, and maybe a little blue, depending on what powerful stuff we get from here. Ooh, Boros Reckoner is interesting. There is also a Fight with Fire if we want removal. This one can get super annoying. It is also removal on the way back, so I guess I will take it. How often do we get Boros Reckoner in red-white? We're gonna start filling up our trees, but we still want to fill up a lot in 2s. We do have enough late game drops that we're probably still gonna stick to 17 lands. As far as actual heroic creatures, it's just the 2 hero of Eroasis, so we could go Artisan of Forms for another heroic creature. Not the strongest one of the bunch. Also, we could consider, if green is somewhat open, we can put Celestia Charm back in instead. That is also solid too. But yeah, we need more heroic payoffs as well. I guess we're taking, but we do also need removal, and this is a Chain to the Rocks. We're giving up another Mogus's Warhound. We're giving up a Trailblazer. Well, we're getting paid off in rares this time, but not sure how it's gonna develop for the. As far as removal, we literally just have Chained and Boulder Salvo. So right now I could go 16 lands plus Sajiri Shelter for 17th. So that's the plan. Okay. Forces Emissary is a bit too expensive. We can take a top tier engineer as a way to go wide. I could take Tormented Hero, but that's getting into black, which we probably have no business of doing so. Also, don't feel like taking a second Perforce's Emissary. This might wheel. We'll take the top tier engineer. So we're gonna be more, yeah, we're more red than white at this point. Humble Defector, another hero for Roas. We could take Pilgrim's Eye to fix our manas if we're still speculating on this. I think I would rather have the third we can make room for one Pilgrim, I guess. I'll take the one. I'll have to take at least one Pilgrim. Yeah, so a bunch of the Eidolons would also be good fits as well. Also, the Lotus Eye Mystics would also be fine here. Like, how many enchantments do we have now? We actually have, we have 4, so we have a few. We have some good, decent stuff to get back. Also, yeah, looks like our friend just quit. There's an Akum Warrior, but this one is a. But there's the Witch's Mark. This is probably one of the best cards we can get. We're closer to red now, so we definitely want this one in. Yeah, I'm starting to think that if we could keep our curve low enough, we probably did not need the Pilgrim's Eye. We would have been better off with just the third hero if Roas just keep slamming heroes. But we do have a relatively aggro start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 turn 2 creatures. Well, another Rimrock Knight's nice. Hushwing Griff would be quite annoying if we can get this one to work, but it's a late 3 drop. I would rather have Rimrock Knight at this point. There is Trailblazer. We definitely want to take this. Steward of Solidarity is our other option, but we are going for a really low curve here, and we need more heroic creatures. Also, making this a 1/5 is pretty is annoying enough as it is for against most other decks. Also, we have enough ET. So, Witch's Mark came back. There's a Keening Apparition which we can take to shore up our 2 drops, but the Witch's Mark is stronger. But I will also take the Izzet Guildgate instead. That's a free blue for splashing here. An Azorius Guildgate would also be a free way to splash as well. No, not Guildgate. There is a Goblin Heel Cutter. There's a Gearpur Gatecrafter. I'd rather have another Slide Runner at this point. Maybe it's me being too greedy here. Okay, so we have options again. I'll probably take the Warhound again because this is the flexible one of the bunch. There's another Sajiri Shelter. But yeah, our curve is kind of low at 2.6. If I cut the Medomai, I can drop it even lower. I'll take a Dragon Mantle, but I don't know if I want this. Well, between the one riches, with enough Dragon Mantles, we would have enough. Hybridization would also count as removal if we're keen on the blue splash. The hybridization goes in. There's another Sajiri Shelter. Don't know if that one goes in. There's a Stormbreath Dragon. This one definitely goes in. We're giving up a Silk Wrap, and we're giving up a Martial Glory. But I'm definitely taking this one. So I guess Medomai goes. So Medomai goes now. If we definitely want to lower the curve a bit. Also a bit high on the creature count. We can be pickier with our creatures. Like, say the top tier engineer could go. The Pilgrim's Eye could kind of go. Perforce's and Emissaries a bit at the top end. That one could go. Like, our Archangel of Tune and Stormbreath Dragon could just literally be our top end, and we'd be quite happy with it. Oh, there's a Kozilek's Return. Deals 2 damage to each creature. Ooh, this is bad for us. And whenever you cast an Eldrazi spell, there is also an Ordeal of Purphuros, which is a very good one, but we only have 3 heroic creatures right now. Boon Satyr used to be a rare. I might actually take Kabira Takedown. This one gives us additional removal and it's a creature. I could also take Compulsory Rest as well instead. I'll take the land version. There's a Mistborn Hydra we're not going to be able to run. There's a Gate Colossus, but we don't have enough gates, so there's a Ghostplate Eidolon, bit expensive. This is a good one to suit up because of Double Strike. Safe pick is the Boros Guildgate since we're not going to run the Izzet Guildgate at this point. Crumble to Dust. Another Boros Guildgate will take that. I should start looking into these Keening apparitions. There's an Aggro. Okay, we have to decide Aggro Crusader or Martial Glory. My pick is on Crusader. It will allow me to say cut the top tier Engineer. But Martial Glory is not coming back. I'm taking the Crusader, a way to make more creatures, and a way to have an early game is nice here. Fall of the Hammer gives us removal. There's a Coordinated Assault, which we can take this one, drop the Dragon Mantle, I guess. Oh, there's our Martial Glory. So we can cut Pilgrim's Eye, we can cut Perforce's Emissary. 15 and 9 is a bit more normal now. 2 of them are lands, so 2 of them also count as lands, so we can actually go. So we can actually, but we're already at 24, so this one kind of counts. We can go 16 lands, 2 of these. It's a bit of a weird lean on, but okay. Do I want another Martial Glory or do I want another Warhound? I think I take the other Warhound. Okay, there's a Scapland Berserker, but this is not great. I would much rather have the Witch's Mark here, which means we can cut Dragon Mantle. Then Akum Warrior is our backup creature land, so we'll take that. Hey Jericho Lagan, thank you for liking the stream. How are you doing? Tuning. Yeah, we had the since you're tuning in now, we are having a bit of a. Well, we had a bit of a rough start in our first pack. We knew we wanted to be aggro. We were still figuring out what our second color was. Our second color turned out to be our first color. Not gonna make the cut. And now we have a super greedy deck with 16 2-drop. Well, we have to do a sanity check, but wow, okay, we got our second. The Martial Glories are starting to wheel now. This, I could go down to with this tree, I could go down to 15 lands. So technically 16, 17, 18. I could actually just go down to 17 in the normal way. Like cut 3 lands, another shelter. We have multiple shelters, but I don't want to run all of them. Because we still need double white for the most part. Let's see, first let's put the 2 guild gates in. So we have 3, we cut 1, 2, 3. Then we can cut 1 more card. Yeah, the reason it keeps 17 lands is for the Slide Runner. In fact, it's an argument for going 18 lands. The creature count is quite high. I'll start with the 41 card special. I'll figure out which card to cut later. If it's the Slide Runner or the Warhound, honestly, it's probably going to be the Slide Runner. Because this one is more flexible for us. We can suit one up. This one just grows. It's not going to grow that big. Yeah, we'll probably make that cut there instead. Also going to do a sanity check on our colors, like 11 and 18. So we still need a lot of white. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we'll give this one a go. Hope this lines up. Yeah, next week it's gonna be holiday week. Not so sure what I'm gonna do there. I do know that I'm going to have to postpone Pokemon Unite Weekly to the 25th. That's weird timing, but we'll keep that. So I'll start with white. Turn 2 hero for OS. We can go turn 3 Tactician, or we can go turn 3 something else. Grim's Eye. Into black. No respect. Turns out tapping your own creatures is not so bad after all. And I did it that way so we can still play Tactician next turn. Opponent has Guardian. Yeah, opponent is now going to start respecting this. We do have Boulder Salvo next turn as an option, but I'm gonna kind of wait on it. Opponent goes for Blood Scrivener into L2 Eidolon with no bestow. This does get first strike, so unfortunately I can do this and this, but I will not have the mana for this. This is a sorcery speed also, so let's keep that in mind. This is +2. We have quite a bit of math here. Opponent now has to respect us a bit. The combat mat is so they still get the token, but my gosh, the combat mat is so messed up. I now see why it's so popular. Into a Liliana Vest. They can make me discard a card. They probably should be searching for a card since they need an answer ASAP. Like if I discard Grimrock, oh, they're going for the answer search. Okay.
Of course the contract was worth it.
And it's put on top, so they won't get it for a while. Gosh. Coordinate Assault is so busted. Everything, well, no, it's kind of busted in the sense that all of a sudden the first strike matters again. Okay, so on something, they don't get in hand yet. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Never mind, opponent concedes. That was enough. That was enough. Yeah, having the low curve really helped a lot. Definitely a solid start there, if I may say so myself. Let's see if we can keep this one going. Okay. We can go Trailblazer turn 1. Actually, I'm gonna keep this one. Yeah. Okay, opponent's also in the Crusader deck. I kinda have to play this first. I'll have to take the initial hit. I can do Slide Runner turn 2, drops the G. Oh, opponent is. That was satisfying? Yeah, very satisfying. But now it's a bit of an issue here. So this one is gonna become removal much later. Unfortunately, when this attacks, this will become a 3/3, so that's not gonna help. I could play this. I could play these two. Yeah, in fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play these two. I'm not gonna be able to get the Slide Runner because I need to hold up Martial Glory next turn. Yeah, we don't have much removal. I could do Witch's Mark. So I'm gonna take the damage for now. Audrey Lance here, so okay, we have Arden Veil Tactician, so we can actually tap something. So let's see what this happens. Deal 3 damage to any target. Okay, we'll let that. I could temporarily tap something. I can. Okay, it's gonna deal 3 damage to. I'm still gonna need an answer to the Aggro and Crusader. Oh, they're just going for us. Okay. So. At least I can use the token to chump block. You'll still get the trigger anyway, though our opponent probably has removal. This is the more brutal version of heroic. Yeah, everything's gonna be heroic at this point, as far as aggro goes. Black-red is also a very good aggro color because you can start with a few early drops and just have lots of removal. I would read more mana would be nice, so I could say play Slide. Dual key. Okay, that's fine. And since they did not deal with it. Okay, we did hit our fourth man. What? This is sorcery speed, so what I'll most likely do is it's temporary. Okay, it's not. Trying to go white temporarily. Yeah, I'm gonna offer to trade because it's not gonna get any better. They have. It's not forced. they get back's not that consequential in the grand scheme of things. We probably will have to. If it's anything else, I might just go Witch's Mark. But since we have the Stormbred Dragon, I kind of want to play this right away. If we can convince our opponent to just keep dropping removal, sure thing. Hold yourself. So what we can bestow on this one, which doesn't do much. In fact, I'm going to target this one. We're gonna pitch. We're gonna end up pitching this. I could do another one, but that doesn't really do much. So yeah, we're gonna be dreadfully low here. Yeah, we. So going down to 1 is not acceptable. Yeah, I don't have any real removal for this. It'll have to be a Chain to the Rocks. We'll see if we can land it or not. Nope. Wait, we can still draw it, I guess. Nope, not meant to be. Ah, okay. Yeah, we lost to a super early Aggro Crusader. Well, if you played during original Teros, that was the experience. It was super aggro. Heroic was really the mechanic of the day, and it still carries Pioneer Masters up to now, I guess. We needed. That's probably the issue of having the ETB tap lands. If we were able to play able to play regular on curve, so we might have had to do some things different. So this one we got white, we're missing red for Fall of the Hammer, but we can. I'm willing to keep this because I know red is my main color, so I'm more likely to hit red. Right on time. So if our opponent swings, I am willing to just trump block and just drop Boros Reckoner. If our opponent's okay, this is a thing. So we take 2, can't attack next turn, so I could play this right away. While shields are down, I'll end up taking 3 in the air. I could fall of the Hammer this one. I'm gonna actually pass. We're just gonna tap. No, yeah, we're gonna tap. They might have a counter spell. In which case, okay, no, they're letting it. They might be letting it go, which does scare me a bit. So I'm gonna attack first. Play Slide Runner, and then play Fall of the Hammer. They might counter this. Elysium Skin, Hexproof. Okay, it's okay, not the worst. Windrider Patrol. We do have to snipe this one, so that's a bolder south point here. Opponent could get this back. This is regular Embalmed, this is not Eternalized, so it's just another 2-1. We have Sky Knight containing Boros Reckoner, so not quite hitting like that. We could still hit with Martial Glory. We will be playing Tactician for sure. are kind of getting loaded on land, so that's nice. Weird block, but okay. I could just trade this, then... Yeah, we'll just trade this. Pioneer... Well, in fairness, I do like it being a slower format. Gust of wind. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Oh wait, not really. Not really. It just buy... Not really, I just buy it back. They might have an actual counter spell though. Oh, they do have a counter spell, okay. So we might end up losing to this unless we have a way to deal damage to these. Man, we're just flooding on land, what the heck. Yeah, this is... The Stormbreaker would have been really nice here, but... Nope. The Flyers deck is what is the next best thing. We also kind of got land flooded here. I am a bit wary of... So I'm gonna make... So I might cut... Do I want to cut another land? Because we are kind of getting flooded here. All of a sudden these look like good choices, so I could cut these two in exchange for these two. It's slower, but it does give us more creatures on the board. Our curve is not that excessive anymore, so I guess that is a thing. Yeah. I probably could have used more art. But yeah, white blue flyer tempo control. Yeah, we got really unlucky in that one. So okay. Turn one dump this. Gonna start going aggro here a bit. Opponent is playing Fate's deck, so I have to play this now because it's a bit awkward for me to wait for 2 more turns and hope to hit. Well, our opponent might end up having removal, which would be annoying. But if they have removal, it's super slow. Wait, they might still have removal. No, it's Basilica's feature. And yeah, pass. Unfortunately, we misplayed our lands a bit. I probably should not. I should have played another planes here. If I knew I was gonna go for Martial Glory. Opponent does have the red. But our opponent took a lot of turns off by playing gates. Hornet Nest. I am still going to offer. Actually, they're now looking good. Yeah, Hornet. This one's a rare, but I've been seeing a lot of games where the Hornetness became so relevant. In this case, yeah, sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. You can't just let it sandbag, especially if the deck is trying to... No, opponent is not going to attack. We are going to attack. Now we do have first strike, so they know we have first strike, right? They should have just done it one. Yeah, they didn't know we had first strike. First strike on command is kind of brutal. They might still have another removal spell. It is what it is. Yeah, Ruinous Path. I think this used to be a rare also. This is a voice ascendant card. This is gonna be annoying. It's just gonna make sense all day.
Not be tolerated. Do not be fooled. I am no pacifist.
Oh, they're not even blocking with the plant. Okay. Yeah,
retreat.
I need to hold on to one land though because we have a few witches marks. Those would be quite good. Also, oh they didn't. Yeah, they did. They were missing the mana, so they didn't go for the full. Double check. I think Ruinous Path used to be a rare, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this was a rare back in Battle for Zendikar. Skyrider Elf, X equals 3, or 4. Oh, opponent's gonna take it? I think our opponent's mistaking that forgetting that the Boros Reckoner doesn't have trample. But we are just one removal spell away. Nightmare Weaver. So this is quite powerful, but it is a bit fiddly. You still have to do that first. What did they take? They took our Archangel of Toon.
Creeping in.
They do play a Baleful Eidolon, which we will. This one is a bit of a... first strike doing wonders. Now, opponent. Now they could put down the Archangel of Toon. They could also put no, they're not gonna do either. They could have survived a bit by going Archangel of Toon. They kind of got greedy with planeswalkers, but there we go. We got our second win. Unfortunately, we already had our second loss a while ago, so any game could be our last. Yeah, hope. So you could see that it is quite diverse. Well, if you only play once a week, the format is quite diverse. I know some people who play very often. They're saying that they're starting to see the cracks in Pioneer Masters, which is kind of true. If you play a format long enough, it does start falling into cracks a bit. Okay, this one turn 2 Warhound, turn 3 Topter. Okay. Super Friends. Well, it is very slow. Usually the Super Friends deck wants to have Gates Ablaze. That's the most important spell. Now this one is probably aiming for some big stuff. So, but I'm gonna play Topter Engineer first, because I can see the argument for opponent's just gonna jump on. It's a bit scary. But they only have one red. So I'm thinking Slagstorm, or is it Anger? No, it's Slagstorm. It's Slagstorm. Open Lake Gatekeepers, but no card draw. Let's see how our opponent blocks. And we can actually get away with... this. Because it's a forced attack, it's less suspect. We could have also Messian Axe. Still missing. This is admittedly super greedy. Courier's Briefcase is not gonna do well. It's not gonna quite do it. It does give us. They might have removal or removal. Yeah, I figured that trade was gonna happen. Yeah, lots of Warhounds, but now we need something more substantial. Our opponent is ready at this. Yeah. I was gonna say some more substantial, but they haven't quite built it up yet. They could have soaked it up, I think. They didn't have to chump block. Blaze, but yeah, that's the clearer that you want. So one. Witches. Sometimes you don't need to draw cards. You just need the Witch's Mark. Okay, so we got our third win there. We're climbing up there. Yeah, that was the sweeper they need, but the gates deck is also awkward in the sense that you cannot have too many gates, or what you notice that yeah, it makes it super slow is correct, even for super friends. You cannot have too few gates because your Gates Ablaze becomes super weak. Like sure, a 3-mana 3/3 board wipe it's still Slagstorm level, it's fine, but you want the potential to wipe larger creatures, especially with Heroic on the board. Creatures have the potential of hitting 4-5 more toughness, and that was me being greedy, like taking the opportunity, using Martial Glory as a 1:1 removal spell. Under normal circumstances, that no, actually, we didn't have any additional creatures in hand at the time, so under the circumstances, that was correct. Might have been. So, turn to Hero of Iroas or tap with Ardent Veil because our opponent's going first. So we're gonna get Iroas for days. Okay, let's see if our opponent has to counter spell or removal spell or whatnot spell. Essence Scatter, here we come, yep. You kind of still have to do it anyway. Archaeologist. Ooh, that's such a big whiff. Concerned that they're gonna have lots of spot removal. Okay, takedown is an option. It's a bit cheap, but if our opponent wants to counter that, we're fine with it. It just means we don't tap. Supernatural Stamina. Hey, at least it's not happening on combat, and it ETB's tapped, so we still get a free attack. So next turn, definitely want to hold up. Archaeologists are making a play. And, oh, they whiffed. Target player sacrifices. Okay, so we lose the hero for us. Yeah, the Mark Flash is kind of good in that sense. So we're gonna just have to fly over a point. It's a good thing we didn't try to leave in Sanctuary Shelter. One of these also down a few cards though. We might. This is where our draws are gonna kill us. We did get one Witch's Mark already to draw us out. One that is also kind of stuck on Sandbag mode. We have a bit of a life. Now the annoying thing is if they're going for Awaken. Like I could do Sajiri Shelter, but because Awaken targets, they would still get their 3/3. So I might be better off actually just letting them bounce it. to be able to attack, but the point is to dissuade our opponent from attacking. Now it's gonna be it's a real feel bad if our opponent has another removal spell because okay, they did not. Otherwise, they would have used it right away and gone for it. So now the race begins. Problem is we're taking 6 a turn. They're taking 4. So we take 6. We go down to 14. Not exactly a creature that can block, but we go for it. Let's change the combat map around a bit. Yeah, can't block. Let's see what big creature they have. Just a Sandtime skeleton. Yeah, playing the Lagoon after that Devar Flesh, having the Lagoon of that Trailblazer was a security blanket. There you go. We actually managed to catch up and get a few extra wins here. That one's also a bit scary too, to be honest. We're starting to have draw issues as well. 4 wins. 4 wins. Most of our gems back. Pretty good. I'll take it. Let's see if we can keep going. But yeah, aggro is for now. Aggro is the way to go. Actually, I should do some research on the next one. So. You can take the bonus sheet schedule is up next week, so I might just do the spells spells right away. So what do they have? How Moonlight Reprisal, Tragic Arrow. Okay, not impressed with what White has. So Hallowed Moonlight is just a containment piece without the body. They have another Awakened card, part of Water Veil. There is Tomb Scar, so milling is a possibility. Okay, so we'll probably do turn 2 hero, or I'm setting up for turn 3 Boros Reckoner. Opponent just showed us 2 gates. Steward of Solidarity. I am gonna play the Hero of Eros first. There is the argument for dumping Mogus's Warhound onto the Storyteller as a way to swing through. But they have their own Boros Reckoners. So this is gonna be so interesting. Yeah, we're kind of going all in here. Also, that's 4 damage, so they might not. They probably still gonna aim at the hero or Eros. That makes sense. They'll make their token. We're still gonna swing. They're gonna chump block. They might choose not to chump block. They still have quite a bit of life. The more interesting spells. They do have Dark Petition, which is a combo piece. Force Pierce is fine. Opponent is playing 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, so they have some gates. they're looking for a regular. Oh come on, that's your second Reckoner. What the heck? That said, I will swing with this one first. They're gonna take. We're gonna play our own Reckoner. Okay, no Scarab. This one is pretty much for mana fixing. Our opponent could give up their board, but I would just give it first strike instead. I think they know that has first strike. They would have read their own Boros Reckoner. They're just gonna take 3. So they have 3 gates, so that is Gates of Blaze territory. Which means I probably want to play Arden Veil Tactician instead. Morning goes Syndicate Messenger. Okay, so they're kind of going like it. You're gonna need some help. A Martial Glory would be really nice. Ask and you shall receive. So, okay, in which case, I could just aim face, but I want to take out the Steward. And they can aim it at Reckoner again, in which they can actually aim it at Tactician. Yeah, they can just prevent that. Yeah, there's a whip on that one. I guess I should have, but I'm fine with that. I play the Engineer now. Yeah, let's play the Engineer. Now that we can wait. Though I probably should have played it. Devour Flesh is okay. They have 4 gates, but they're not playing much of anything else. So I guess. If they double block the Reckoner, I just give it first stretch. No, they're gonna let that through. That's fine. Which means they make a treasure token, they drop something big. I have no idea what it is. So this might still be a mistake. It's hard to say because you're trying to protect against many things. You're protecting against a potential Devour Flesh, but you're also concerned about the Gaze of Blaze. There's enough interaction that you have that whichever the right play is not obvious right away. Archway Angel makes it buys a lot of time. Sets us back 2 or 3 attacks. Trailblazer having such a big cut is quite a move. If we can hit another Warhound and dump it on Boros Reckoner, we can change the math of the games substantially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have a potential for 8. And the worst thing is, I need. Yeah, he's going for the monstrous. They'll tap, they won't be able to untap. So kind of. Dreadbore, okay, that. Okay, but it means they're not able to monstrous it, right? Right. Okay. District Guide, so they're looking to do it next turn. I need to be able. So I kind of want to swing with the. Oh wait, if they're going for. Okay, they can. So I have no way of destroying the token. I might as well. We only have one Ardenvale Tactician, so we're gonna need a chump blocker, or else we just lose. Yep. Oh well. That's a bit annoying, but sometimes you do get flooded out a bit. I guess we could have cut an additional land, but I still think. No, we did end up cutting. No, we still have some 5. We had 5 drops, and we actively wanted 6 mana at some point, so the lands were okay. I guess there was an argument for holding. Well, there was probably an argument for just holding back the engineer and just playing it a lot later. But we were playing around so many things, so we were not sure which is right, which is not right. Turns out that holding it back was the right thing. You would have needed extra blockers. Anyway, that's gonna be for this episode, Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. They seem to be giving. Oh, so when you open from here, you get from every bonus sheet. You're not. It's only the draft ones that are limited. Okay, okay. So there's some direction there. There's a Knight of the White Orchid. Yeah, sometimes that's them the breaks. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this. Thank you very much for tuning in. Jericho Alaga, it's been nice seeing you again. Wishing you happy holidays and a great new year. Yeah, and that's gonna be it. Wishing you all happy holidays and a great new year as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great year, everyone, and another great year to come.